to in Gaylord. Yeah, I said Gaylord. And I can't wait, though, because it's something that I envision for 217 is to bring other people that are in recovery into something cool, into something fun, and into something that keep them sober. And for me, it works, and it doesn't work for everybody. You know, not everybody's going to come out, oh, yeah, I want to do a podcast. But my homeboy, Chris, you know, I'm trying to talk him into being in it, too. And he's a funny guy, and he did the video with me, the bus ride. And he's a trip, man. But he'd be perfect for 217, you know. Like, people look at him and see him, and you think, oh, man, what's up with that dude? But, I mean, he's a good guy, man. He really is, deep down. He just has issues like every single person in the world, you know. Mm-hmm. We all have issues. We all deal with things, and that's how we deal with them is what's going to get us through. And if I can bring more people in like that and then let people know, like, we did it, you can do it. You know, I don't care if you want to build houses for a living, but you've always been afraid to, and you're still dealing with this issue, so you're turning to drugs or candy or... Yeah, it's delicious candy, too. Mm-hmm. Or, you know, ice cream, whatever it is, you know, whatever your addiction is, whatever's keeping you from being the person that you're meant to be and to be great, you know, I want to inspire you to do it. And that's the difference. You know, there's some people that, Tori and I talked about it today off the air. Some people like to tell you that this is the way that works and this is what you have to do. I'm sorry, but that doesn't inspire anybody. Nobody likes to be told what to do. No. And there's no one set way in recovery that works. I mean, I wish there was. I mean, we would have been recovered a long time ago. But it's not. And they try to jam it down your throat. And a lot of these treatment places, they're getting paid money. And this is what here's the piece of paper. You need to do 3 meetings. You need to do this and that. And all this stuff has to be met. Otherwise, we're not going to pay. You know, that's what the insurance companies will say. So they do whatever, even though it's totally not right for everybody. It might work for 1 out of 100, and that's why they say, well, treatment centers don't work. Sometimes they do, you know, and it's more about the people involved and the attitude of the person in there, you know, and if he's not feeling it, bye. You know, yeah. I've already heard this crap before. You know, why am I going to pay attention now? But if you actually came in with a different mindset when you're talking to somebody who's in treatment and looking for help, obviously they're there for a reason, court or not. You know, whether they did some bad stuff and they're there from, you know, probation, or they just have had enough and are looking for help, they should, you know, have the right in the whole process of, okay, well, what do I want to do? Well, you know, talking to a sponsor just doesn't work for me. I don't want to talk to a stranger about my problems. I'm not going to open up to that dude because maybe they've been to meetings and they're like, oh, I heard that dude talking about the other guy. No, I'd rather not. And personally, I keep my circle very close. And I talk to you guys about everything, you know. There's no, in my opinion, this is what's been working for me. So why mess with it, you know? But if I'm told, well, you have to go out and you have to get a sponsor. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just wasting everybody's time. Because what I'm doing right now is going pretty good. And yeah, I got a recovery coach. Tori's working on another one, but you know, even that, you know, is, I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like I'm wasting that guy's time. Because I mean, I'm like, hey, buddy, I don't know. I'm supposed to talk to you. Oh, do you need something? No. Oh, well, okay, man. Hit me up later. Okay. You know, I mean, I don't get that part of it. You know, and you know, there's so many different. There's Smart Recovery, and Tori was talking about that earlier. If you haven't listened to that podcast, please do. I said podcast, weird. Podcast. Ryan.
Are you from Maine?
Yeah, from Maine or up north. I don't know. You guys are rubbing off on me.
Awesome.
Not literally, but. Give me a laugh track on that one, please. Please. There we go. But seriously, though, like, look up different ways and things that work for you. This lady asked me the other day in an email. I'm not going to say her name or anything. I'll say where she's from, North Carolina. But she was asking me, you know, like, where do I start? You know, she's like, I've had enough. Where do I start? And I didn't know what to tell her, man. Like, truthfully, I did not know what to tell her. I just said, well, you have to be ready. You have to know that it's not going to be easy. And you're going to stop and you're going to start. You know, chances are you're going to start and stop and start and stop. And you can't give up and you're going to feel like crap. But don't beat yourself up. You know, it's a process. You've been drinking for how long, you know, and it just takes time. to get used to it. And then you realize too that alcohol doesn't taste good. I'm sorry, anybody can sit down and be like, "Oh, that beer tastes." No, none of it tastes good. Diet Coke tastes good.
That beer is not going to taste as good as your recovery and your accomplishments feel, I'll tell you that much. Especially waking up the next day without that regret of what did I do, who did I do, who did I hurt, what consequences am I going to face, why am I in jail, why am I bleeding, am I single now, where the F are my kids or my car keys, did I drive, and on top of that perpetual hangover.
I want to party with you. Who did I do? Or my kids? Who did where? Man,
well, who is this person I just woke up next to, and why am I in a different state?
Why is Corey and Ryan?
These are all theoretical things, anyways.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Or what concert was I at that I left with 3 unknown suspects?
Was my booty hurt?
Whoa, that wasn't me. That's Corey's story to tell.
Come on. Over here eating licorice. Soft.
That's what he calls it.
Soft Australian licorice, mate.
Good day, mate.
Darrow Lay. Tastes pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
It's non-GMO.
Yeah.
None of that BS high fructose corn syrup.
No, none of
gives
that.
You anal warts.
Red
I think.
dye number 40. That doesn't give you anal warts, but
Oh, it doesn't.
No, that's my knowledge. I mean, I've eaten a lot of licorice. If you know what I mean. No, seriously, I've eaten a lot of licorice in my anal area.
What? You've eaten a lot of licorice in your anal area.
Is word
is
word free.
So when you're down, wait, how do you even eat anal licorice? Was that what you called it? Boofing it? So you...
That's not how I do it, but...
Huh. Is it like In-N-Out burger?
There's no burger involved, but...
No, I'm talking about the restaurant. What are you talking about?
The buns. We're talking about the buns. Anyways. But yeah, I like what Corey was sharing there. I've worked all the steps, and I've had sponsors, and they're wonderful people, and that's great for people that works for. But today my program looks very different than the traditional, and it works for me. And I guess you could say that cliche, it works if you work it. It does. I'm happy with what I do. I help people, and that is the core root of it all. And what Corey's doing is wonderful, and what Ryan does is wonderful, and they're passionate about it, and it's a beautiful thing to see people that you love happy and successful and finally free from that bondage of self and addiction.
Nice.
Aww. I'm proud of you too. Every time I get a message from you, about your blog early in the morning, and it's just like, okay, because at first it was kind of like, I'll get one later, I'll get one. But then it's not like you weren't taking it serious at first, but I think it becomes part of your routine. Yeah,
it's now not something that I have to do. It's something that I look forward to doing, something that I want to do. It's kind of like paying a bill. You just do it.
Yeah, you just do it. Okay.
Yeah. Like brushing your teeth or washing your hands after you pee.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it depends. But you are a voice for the women, and you probably know this. I probably said it before when you were around, but just our demographic. I wish it was right down the middle, half men, half women, but it looks like it's more women, and it clearly is more women on our Facebook and our Instagram. So if you can reach somebody, if somebody comes across your blog that day, and maybe they're having a bad day, and they're like, you know what? And I might be having an even worse day. I'm going to go read and see what, but you might inspire somebody. And that's what I was talking with Tori about, just that inspiring people, man. Instead of getting after them and you got to do this, you got to do that. Well, okay. Well, what do you like? What do you think will keep you sober? What did I tell him? I was like, it wasn't, I don't know, it was something really stupid. I'm like, if cutting down trees keep you sober, let me figure out how I can help you cut down some trees. But clearly I'm not helping anybody cut them down. But, I'll direct you to somebody who can.
Right.
But, that's what I'm saying. Like, if somebody is passionate about something, like, what do you want to do? What in your life do you love? Well, for me, it's this. It's messing around with websites. I love it. It's like a hobby of mine. I love it. And it makes me feel
And
good.
these websites don't make his computer crash anymore.
Not yet. Well, I've deleted some stuff and I don't save anything anymore, so we're keeping it. We got a safety net on the way, so we'll see what happens. And fingers are crossed. I know I'm probably going to get an email later going, why do you keep saying that? I'm telling you it's coming, but that's just something I'm working on.
Or a handwritten letter at your doorstep.
My trust issues. What'd you say?
Nothing.
Okay. That's fine. But yeah, we did have a pretty good little day. Ryan and I were pumped about going this weekend. And then Tori, for the recovery coach training in October, it's with the 4th and 5th. It's a Saturday and Sunday. Then the next week it's Saturday and Sunday. Or no, I don't know, man. The schedule is on our website.
Yeah.
I got to do better at looking at it. So I'm the one who put it up there. No, it's 217recovery.com. Look at that NEMSAS training, whether you're from Benton Harbor, whether you're from Detroit, probably not North Carolina. I mean, maybe they'll teach you something. I don't know if you want to come. But they're getting us a hotel room. They'll pay for yours as well. I think they reimburse you for gas money. Pretty sure that's what he said. So, yeah, it'll be pretty good. It's at Houghton Lake. So, Houghton, whatever. Something like that.
I believe that's Houghton. But and also on top of all
I
those
say that
wonderful
wrong, too.
extra amenities, it's the experience and the education. That's definitely worth the trip.
Are you going?
What date? I need dates. I write things
It's on
down.
217recovery.com.
Probably. Maybe.
Look at the NEMSAS trainings. It's at the top.
I have it in my emails at work. I have a lot of training I have to address.
Big time. It's big time over here.
I'm kind of a big deal. I went, no. Yeah.
So that coworker of yours I met today that you weren't too sure who I was talking about.
Oh, yeah, she's a nice girl.
Lexi? No.
Yeah.
Lexi? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was nice.
Yep.
I was like, I told her, because she was like, I've never heard of 217 recovery.
Oh, she'll probably listen now. I'm shocked Jamie didn't tell her about it.
Oh, me too.
Oh, I name dropped.
Whoa, why
I didn't say who she was, though.
Yeah, Jamie, why you hiding, playa?
No, actually, we addressed her by name a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about some stuff that you guys... Anyway, she didn't know about 217 recovery, and I'm like, that's weird. Kind of got the name from the place you work at.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, really? I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I was in 217 today myself.
Were you?
Yeah.
Were you looking around like, wow, this is where...
Yeah. I was
Legend.
doing room checks.
Legend slept over here by the bed furthest away.
Yeah. No. But yeah, I walked in there and my coworker and I had a little moment in there and I explained it to her and she smiled really big.
Was she hot?
BJ?
Whoa.
Yeah.
No, I'm good right now. I mean,
Oh my God.
Ryan?
I'm good.
That wasn't an offer.
That was a
but
question.
That
BJ?
was her initials because I'm trying to use code since.
Oh.
Yeah. You know who I'm talking about. The head honcho in my department. She's nice.
I thought you meant like a cool, like...
No. Anyways, yeah, so check out all our resources and all those events. You might be interested. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. Can't believe you took it there. But, yeah, well, I guess if you guys want to wrap it up, that was just...
I'd say that's always a safe way to play.
Oh, no. If you guys want, I'll let you wrap it up, because, I didn't mean to jump in here, and
No, you did good.
I felt like
No, we appreciate it.
Okay.
You brought up some things that we left out, and that's why we make a good team.
I'm always there to put it back in place where things need to go, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes it just gets slippery, and it's a slippery slope.
Yep. It does get...
Next thing you know, it's just you're all over the place, and you don't want to be like gushing all on the microphone, you know, about sad things and bad things and hurtful things.
Yeah. And then you lose focus, and yeah.
And you feel like it's all shaved off from the top, you know?